Hello and welcome to Dogphilo. In this video, we will tell you why does your dog disobey. Having a disobedient dog is one of the things the master dreads the most. But do not panic, there is always an explanation. And a solution. And most of the time, it's on the master's side that you have to look. As one well-informed said, if you're not part of the solution, you're certainly part of the problem. If you will, I will dissect this disobedience in 3 points. The first is the part that belongs to the master. The second will be the responsibility of the dog. Finally, we will see how to remedy one and the other. 1. The responsibility of the master. Yet with such a name, the human should be the champion of learning. Well, believe me, or not, it is actually in most cases the source of the difficulties encountered. Let us quote, its incoherence, its weakness, even its laxity, its authority wrongly or abusively. If you mix everything, you get inconsistent. His pride, which prevents him from questioning himself and which would justify to him that his dog is naturally obedient to him. His lack of clarity in command. I continue? Believe me, I could, but let's look at these first elements already. Inconsistency. In my eyes, the worst of faults. How is it manifested? You give an order, your dog does not run it and you move on to something else. Other order, games, crosswords or TV, whatever. Let's say it once and for all, even get ahead of our third party. When you give an order, the dog must obey. It does not matter how long or how enthusiastic it will be, but it must finally do what you ordered. 2. From weakness to laxity. There are those who simply do not want to make authority or even give simple orders to their dogs. Very good. Everyone is free to choose from. I respect their choice in 2 conditions. They do not complain that they do not control their dog, and they recognize that this lack of education can be dangerous for their dog. Story to think. 3. Authority and abuse of authority. At the other end of the chain, you have the masters who wear and often abuse their power. Either they scream at their dog who is not deaf. He even hears better than they do if I'm not mistaken. Or they do not leave the dog alone for more than 2 seconds in a row. Sitting, lying, not moving. And it starts again, sitting, at the foot, etc. It's useless, it's even used for the master, it literally stupefies the poor dog, and it does not give any way no good result. A tip, relax, whimsical. Some even push the vice to go from a daddy cool state to that of a chief officer in less time than it takes to write it. Example lived daily by hundreds of thousands of dogs. During the walk in the park, the dog is let go, he lives his small life cushy, sniffing right and left, away from their master who does not pay attention. When the dog is far, far, far away, beyond the authority of his owner, he decides to call him back. Everything starts quietly, I would say softly. Come Kiki, come, go be nice, come see dad. And as the dog seems to answer, nothing to do, the master gets upset. He screams. At the foot, I said at the foot and faster than that, are you deaf or what? And there the dog usually reacts with something like, oh my god, if I go now, what am I going to take? Pride misplaced. It is not easy to tell yourself that if something goes wrong between your dog and you, it surely comes from you. Why would it be more of my own than that of this beast? Well yes, in most cases, it is there that we must seek the beginning of the solution. The human commits many errors simply because of his alleged superiority. Lack of clarity. You have already read it, but twice are better than one. No dogs do not speak English, neither French, nor German, nor Turkish. For simplicity, they do not speak for themselves, nor do they understand human language. Just associate a sound and an action. Sitting, with, I put my buttocks on the floor. So there is no point in making long speeches that they will only catch at the best of their name and a known sound. Given that in a normal relationship, the order is rather from the master to the dog, it is essential to start working on the start of the sequence, so on the master. We do not have the same values in dog training. That's all for this module. Thank you for your attention. Do not forget to subscribe if you want to interact with your dog.